Alright, everybody, we're going to be getting into another Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Sky Randomizer Race to Groudon. Today we have Gamer versus InfernoBren. Both these guys have PBs of about 40 minutes, so they're pretty evenly matched. I'm really interested to see how this goes. I am one of your commentators today, by the way. I am Juicebox Commando, and I am also joined by Shadow Phoenix.
What's up?
Alright, and we are off. Definitely having an okay selection of starters. Not fantastic, but it's at least okay. Bren gonna select the Absol. I did not see what Gamer ended up getting there.
Looks like Gamer got Entei and Metang.
Both of them taking the Metang partner. Metang is a very good choice. Comes with 4 moves, incredibly good base stats, and it scales pretty well.
Looks like all the Pokemon have attacking moves, which is nice.
Yep, it looks like we have not too shabby leader partner combos. I don't know too much about the Entei. I can look up the stats in just a second. I don't remember it being exceedingly great in anything, but I can double check.
Oh, Gamer dying right off the bat. Dang.
Yeah, taking a wipe to basically the seal. It was the weather afterwards that really did him in, but it was the seal.
Thankfully, it was just the first floor, so you should be good to go.
Yeah, so what Gamer is going to see with this Entei is he's going to really struggle with it doing damage. Luckily, it is his leader, because leaders, for those of you who have not been able to catch our tournaments, don't really do damage through moves in this randomizer. Ideally, we mostly do damage with our leader by throwing rare fossils, which are a throwable item that does 100 damage, and that just never changes. It's just set damage. So luckily he shouldn't have to worry too much about that, and that might have been what he was thinking, just going for a high HP base.
Speaking of, Inferno just found some rare fossils himself.
And those rare fossils are going to be extremely important for this run. Both of them just not selecting fantastic starters. Absol's a little bit better than Entei, but not insanely good. But again, the leader doesn't really matter too much as long as it's survivable because of the rare fossils. Gamer is on the Zubat Coughing fight, quote unquote. It's actually a Cherim and Burmy. And Bren almost clearing it in turn 1 just with range moves. That was interesting.
Yeah, they're now neck and neck going into Meaningful Desert, aka Drench Bluff. Which does not look like a desert at all, by any means.
Yeah, it definitely looks like the desert is not very meaningful, at least, because there's flowers everywhere. Bren picking up more rare fossils is going to be extremely helpful for him. So, rare fossils are extremely important because they will one-shot most of the game other than the bosses. The bosses have set HP, the first boss being 100 and the second boss being 500. So all you need is 1 rare fossil for the first boss and 5 for the second one, and you are good to go. Gamer on the 5th floor of this Drench Bluff. He's had really good luck with the stairs. Bren not too far behind on the 3rd.
Yeah, it does look like that Entei is not going to be doing much damage instead of rare fossils.
And it does have a move that should do a lot of damage in Triple Kick in PMD, I don't even know how triple kick works in main series because it's so rarely seen. But in PMD, it does more damage every time it hits. The issue being it's a multi-hit move, which have significantly reduced accuracy in PMD. So you might maybe hit 2 of them, but you'll almost never get the full damage.
Yeah, it can be annoying when you're trying to take down enemies quickly with it, when it keeps missing.
Bren closing that floor gap. He's only 1 floor behind with an Applewoods layout. Not exactly the best layout that you want to see. But that being said, Gamer is also on 1 on the 6th floor, so they're in the same boat with this one.
Yeah, it looks like this is the Applewoods layout with a lot of rooms concentrated in the middle, and nothing on the outside. Also, Gamer entering Bristle, getting past Drench Bluff.
Bren's still just 1 floor behind, but he does have a massive advantage in the number of rare fossils he has. He could actually get away with just throwing a lot of them. Like even this early in the game, he could just start using rare fossils as his main attack. And he's going to even look to further that lead by checking both of the Kecleon shops, which can both have rare fossils in them. He sees a Reviver Seed. He might be selling things to get it.
Yeah, looks like he's getting it. Also, Gamer's Entei learning a stab move and Flame Wheel. That should be significantly more consistent than Triple Kick was for him.
Yeah, Flame Wheel giving him stab, which stands for same type attack bonus, is going to be extremely helpful. Same type attack bonus is... Ooh, he actually takes a wipe to Earth Power. Same type attack bonus is actually... I don't know what the word is. Like, situationally better than it is in main series, I suppose. Because they both offer a 1.5 times damage multiplier, but the difference in the games is that in PMD, super effective is also only 1.5 times. So you're equally as well off just having a stab move as a super effective move.
Yeah, stab can make a big difference in this game, for sure. More than you might expect.
Alex in chat, I think they're actually additive. So I think it's 1.5 times plus the 1.5 times, so they end up being just double, if I'm remembering correctly. I could be wrong, but...
Also, both owners are basically neck and neck at this point. It's been very close so far. Oh, Gamer taking a death. That's very unfortunate. He was pretty late in the dungeon.
So he is going to fall behind, but again, he's just going to be able to check these shops, maybe get rare fossils. Only checked the 1 and didn't find any, but he does get a very nice layout there with the stair floor. So he's going to be catching back up pretty quickly here. That Rapidash with Eruption is very scary, though. Luckily landing all 3 hits of Triple Kick to take it out. Unfortunately, he does require all 3 hits of Triple Kick to take it out.
Yeah, Gamer might be running into some issues at some point with having to rely on Triple Kick as much as he has to right now.
Yeah, especially just because this Drench Bluff, or not Drench Bluff, Mountain Bristle, rather, is so dangerous. Just, the Rapidash has incredibly good attacking stats, the Drapion has incredibly good attacking stats, and as well as just the random chance to have rain, which makes his stab attacks weaker.
Also, it seems like Inferno's been stuck on the 5th floor for quite some time now.
Yeah, it seems like he's just having no luck finding these stairs. He does finally
Yeah, he
find
finally
them in the
found it
second
now.
to last room. And the game made it up to him, gave him a stair floor on the next one.
And another one.
And the next one. I really like to see Inferno's very liberal use of rare fossils. He knows he has a lot. He can afford to use them.
Also, Inferno hasn't been mashing A between the floor transitions, which has been costing him quite a bit of time throughout. I assume he doesn't know about it. Hopefully it won't make a big difference.
Gamer just getting trapped in a hallway with a milk tank that has dynamic punch. He's really having issues getting through these,
Yeah,
very
and he takes a death.
bulky and strong attacking mons.
It looks like a very annoying Pokemon to fight.
Unfortunately, still just not able to find any rare fossils. He is having no luck with these shops. He does find some on the ground in the corner, though.
Yeah, if Inferno can make it out of Bristol, he should have a pretty big lead here. At least for now. And he does. Ooh, 2 rare fossil misses.
Inferno missing 2, rare fossils. That's super unfortunate. He figures he might as well just do the fight now because the Rhyhorn's at half health. Yeah, and Gamer's gonna have to start using his rare fossils. He misses 1 too. What is the accuracy of these things? I swear, the longer this tournament is going on, the less accurate the rare fossils are becoming.
Ooh, Gamer getting pretty lucky to not die there. The Magby chose to only A attack him instead of attacking with a move.
Yeah, and luckily the Metang did not miss Seed Bomb because that would have been a real issue.
And Inferno's on to, I believe, yeah, Waterfall Cave.
Finally seeing some good damage numbers come out of that Flame Wheel because I believe, if I'm not mistaken, he's on a sunny floor.
Yeah, Gamer really needs to find rare fossils because his Entei is having a lot of trouble taking down enemies right now. Especially because he's having to use triple kick quite a bit.
Yeah, and every time he uses triple kick, it's just very scary for him because it's such an inaccurate move, and he normally, if he's using triple kick, it's because he needs a 1-round KO on whatever he's fighting.
Yeah.
Okay, he does not have 2 rare fossil misses on the Rhyhorn, though.
Also, that enemy Quilava in Inferno's game picking up a Warp Scarf, it's going to be warping around all over the place.
It's like a really difficult side quest in an RPG game. You get a really, really good reward, but you do have to catch it.
Yeah, he just moves on.
Yeah, and I don't blame him at all for that. Gamer having some real problems on the first floor of Waterfall Cave here. He spawned right next to the stairs, but then an enemy just went and stood on it, so he has to deal with the entire room. And he
takes a death.
take a wipe to that, yep.
Not much I could have done there at all.
Yeah, I think honestly the wipe might have even been okay for him because it gives him another chance to check the shop for more fossils. Again, he's just getting super unlucky and not getting any, but he needs all those chances he can get, especially in a low risk environment like the floor 1 of a dungeon.
Yeah, he's in a situation where he kind of really needs fossils at this point. At least until maybe a bit later. Unless he can find a golden seed, for example.
Yeah, Golden
Boost his
Seed, at
stats.
the very least, he needs to be able to link his moves and have one of those moves not be triple kick, really. He needs 3 moves, one of which is not triple kick.
And Inferno's through Waterfall Cave now.
Throwing out a Totter Seed, which is a utility seed, causes confusion in order to take the Reviver Seed, because the best utility in the entire game is not dying.
Gamer finding some more fossils, which he definitely really needs at this point. Oh. Ideally, find some more, though.
Yeah, it's just super unfortunate that we've seen fossils on the ground in Bluff, Bristle, and now Waterfall Cave, and he's only found 2 stacks of them. It's just super unfortunate.
So there appears to be a cocoon of spamming refresh in Applewoods.
Yeah, and we're just feeling really good for that Kakuna, feeling great that he's feeling refreshed, but we do wish that he would quit putting the text on our screens. And we found the culprit. The move refresh can't be, he's still trying to do it. Gamer does have a very quick back half of Waterfall. I honestly didn't even see it because I was so entranced by the Kakuna, and he is on Applewoods now.
Yeah, they're now neck and neck once again.
Gamer turning down the Yanma recruit. I don't blame him at all. He runs into his first Kakuna of the dungeon.
Yeah, it looks like that cocoon is going to be a theme throughout the dungeon. Just spamming refresh the whole time. Until it runs out.
Gamer, I think, coming to the realization that he is better off in almost every situation if he just lets Metang fight all of his battles for him. I think in this situation, that's probably the best thing that he can do, is just let Metang fight.
Yeah, it does also have a super effective Seed Bomb against what seems to be a few water types here. So it should be able to take out most of them pretty quickly.
Unfortunately, he's just reaching a dead-end hallway, and he's going to have to go all the way back and even use rare fossils to get through it, which he does not have very many of. We found the Kakuna.
He finds the saves pretty quickly. That's nice.
Bren's Metang is in a very low health state right now, but he does still have a Reviver Seed, so it should be fine. In fact, he may
to answer
actually...
chat, they can accept recruits, but they're significantly more likely to slow them down than help them, so it's better not to.
Yes, you really only want to take a recruit if it's something that has already proved itself to be very, very good.
Even then, it's very situational to recruit something in a random run, honestly.
Yeah, it's honestly, it's not even just that it has to be very, very good. It's that the mon that you're recruiting has to be very, very good, and both of yours have to be very, very bad.
Yeah, and at that point, you have bigger problems.
Bren actually just ran out of rare fossils here, so he is going to have to just focus on using moves now. Interestingly, he has a Thief TM, but is not teaching it to Absol. I think getting Stab on that Absol would help a lot.
I don't think I've seen Inferno's Absol attack once. I assume that it hasn't really been doing much damage.
Yeah, it was... The last time I saw it attack, I think, was in Drenched Bluff, right before he got all those rare fossils. It has Stone Edge, which, in a game that already has accuracy issues, you don't really want to see Stone Edge. And Gamer is actually taking the lead here on the 10th floor now of Applewoods, while Inferno is only on floor 6, just having some issues clearing these floors.
Yeah, that lead could change hands very quickly, though, as these are also some very frustrating layouts to see. Lots of small rooms.
And it definitely helps Bren that he just spawned next to the stairs on like 3 floors in a row. In case one Stone Edge was not enough for you on Absol, he did just pick up a Stone Edge TM.
Sadly, teaching to the same move to Pokemon is only a thing in the original Rescue Team. It's not a thing in this game.
In the original Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, which was the Rescue Team series, Blue and Red Rescue Team, it was actually a strategy for a while to put as many frustrations as you could on one Pokemon, because it does a fixed 45 damage.
It actually still is a strategy in certain Rescue Team categories. Also, Gamer's going to be taking the lead here. He just cleared Applewoods and is selling a bunch of his items.
It is a 2-floor lead. We're seeing that the Bidoof that joins you for the expedition is actually a Chingling this time. We'll see if it is going to be a help or a hindrance here. Normally, Doof is a hindrance, but we've had some helpful ones in the tournament so far.
Inferno getting a nice stair flow there is going to be clearing Applewoods.
And I believe he's still holding on to all of his Reviver Seeds, so I believe he's going to be going into this Crag Coast with 2.
Looks like 3, actually, for Inferno.
Yeah, I'm not really sure where he got that third one. I don't know how I missed that.
He just got it from clearing the dungeon.
Yeah, but you only get 2 from clearing dungeons, don't you? I think it's 2 from clearing dungeons, so he must have got a third somewhere that I missed.
I'm not too sure. Also, Gamer's Matang taking an off-screen death, so Gamer's just lost a revive. Not sure how many he has left.
Starly has Detect, and that's not something that you want to see. Starly has pretty alright attacking stats. It's starting to fall off at this stage of the game, but it's still not anything that you can just ignore. Extremely dramatic, literally last dungeon in the any percent run music going on here in Craggy Coast. Bren managing to very quickly close that lead with a couple pretty good layouts for him. Only one floor behind now. And if anybody is wondering why they're doing a long pause every single time they enter a new floor, it's because unfortunately this Bidoof has an IQ skill that makes it tell you how many items are on the floor in total, and it takes like 3 seconds before it lets you move after it tells you that. Bren finding more fossils, he's super happy about that because I know he loves to use fossils.
Yeah, it also means that he doesn't have to let his Pokemon take a long time to kill things. He can just use the rare fossil and instantly take it out when he has
The
to.
first thing that we're seeing the Chingling do is Blaze Kick. It looks like it is definitely not going to be a huge huge problem for them, like a lot of Bidoofs can be.
Yeah, it looks like no annoying status moves for it, thankfully.
No Memento, at least.
Oh, it looks like it does have Stealth Rock, actually. We'll see how that plays out.
Inferno was able to close the gap earlier pretty quickly, but now he's just struggling to get through this these last few floors of Craggy Coast. Gamer is already on Mount Horn on the 3rd floor, so that gives him about a 6th floor lead right now. Also spawning in a massive, just like one floor or one room floor with tons of enemies. He could be in a very dangerous spot here, actually.
Yeah, I forget what causes those to spawn, but it's some... I think it's a bug. I can't remember the details right now.
It looks like Gamer actually doesn't even have any orbs or anything to help him deal with this, so all he can do is just blitz for the stairs.
He might make it, we'll see. Also, looks like Inferno's on 1 HP right now. Thankfully, he has his partner to deal with the problem.
Does still have 3 Reviver Seeds and 2 Oran Berries. Pretty blessed situation to be in. You don't really get Oran Berries too frequently in these randomizers.
Gamer will
is
make it
able
out,
to
although he did
survive
lose a
that
revive
floor.
there.
Yeah, made it out by the skin of his teeth, but he still made it out, and that's what matters.
Yeah, he now has no revives left, though.
Inferno going to be exiting Craggy Coast here, entering Mount Horn. And it looks like Gamer might have a golden seed on the ground there. Yep,
Yeah, that
that's
is
a golden seed.
That should significantly help his Entei's damage output.
Yep, he's going to raise that level by 5. He gets Poison Tail as a new attacking move. And also, like, a nearly 20 HP boost, which is just incredibly helpful for him.
Unfortunately, it does still look like the Entei isn't dealing a lot of damage. It still takes 2 hits to kill enemies with Flame Wheel.
An attack
But it is better
order
than
on
it
the
was before.
Trico over a gap. That's extremely dangerous. I don't think Gamer has rare fossils to deal with it. So he has to... Oh, he does. He does.
Looks like
Just
Inferno
like
has
that
managed
again,
to...
yeah, Inferno closes the gap.
Yeah, that monster house really costs a lot of time for Gamer there, having to deal with it.
Inferno actually taking the lead with this stair.
Yeah, on top of the Monster House, Gamers had a pretty slow Mount Horn so far in terms of stairs luck.
Yeah, unfortunately, this Entei is just not really doing enough, and he's really having to use rare fossils that he can't afford to be throwing just to clear basic enemies. And again, Gamer just having really poor luck with this. Having to go all the way around here to get to the stairs. It was the second last possible room it could be in. Spawn's right next to him here, though.
Yeah, Gamer takes back the lead with that, actually.
Commentator's blessing. We reverse it here.
The lead has definitely changed hands quite a few times this race.
This this floor is going to be very good for Gamer. Only one enemy and just a straight line to the stairs.
Well, Gamer's getting a lot of stair
fossils.
floors. We'll be saving him a bunch of time.
Ooh, and the Chingling is actually almost dead to an X scissor off screen for Gamer. He's in a very dangerous spot, just completely running the opposite direction. Luckily, he did manage to get out of there. On the
There's
second
another
to last
stair
floor
floor for him.
Yeah, and it's going to put him on the last floor. So he does not have to keep this Chingling alive for too much longer.
Kind of surprised that he's not checking orbs after what happened with the Monster House.
Yeah, for sure. Orbs are going to be one of your best methods of just dealing with things that you don't want to deal with. Can apply some very annoying statuses to enemies in the entire room.
So it looks like Gamer's stairs luck is continuing into Foggy Forest, getting one right off the bat.
And he gets another massive room, but only one enemy this time, so he is loving that. Inferno getting hungry on Mount Horn. I don't even think Gamer saw hunger. He was having some pretty decent luck there at the end.
Oh, Inferno's gonna have to run around to reach the stairs there. Unfortunate. Also, we see the return of the Kakuna with Refresh.
Gamer actually gonna go out of his way to stop it from using Refresh because it's so annoying.
Yeah, I don't blame him at all.
Inferno on the second to last floor here of Mount Horn getting dizzy from hunger. He could be in a very bad spot here. I think he has maybe one gummy left for food, and that's it.
Yeah, we'll see how this last floor goes for him.
He does still have 3 Reviver Seeds. All of those are a full belly refill if he was to take a death. Obviously not the situation that you want to be using Reviver Seeds in, but it is a possibility. Yeah, and he takes the revive there to Aquatail Ralts. Gamer about
I was gonna say
through.
he could take the death if he had to, but I'm not so sure anymore.
Alright, so they're both on the same dungeon. Gamer on the 6th floor, Inferno on the 1st. So he's about 5 floors behind. He still definitely has a chance to catch up. This is still definitely anybody's game.
Yeah, there's still quite a ways to go before this race is over. But Inferno's seeing a one room himself, or a big room.
And also only one enemy. He loves to see that. Gamer almost going down to an Arbok there. He has no more Reviver Seeds. I think that's what he was just checking there. So he's in a pretty dangerous spot. Luckily having no fossil misses.
Yeah, it's fortunate that the enemies he just ran to didn't instantly attack him without him being able to do anything. He was able to get through that floor without any issues.
Draco Meteor is a lot less threatening than it sounds and looks. It is a room range move for sure, and that's something that you have to look out for, but it does like no damage after the first hit, so.
Looks like both owners have a good amount of rare fossils at this point.
Yeah, and it's definitely a good thing because neither of them actually chose to link their moves before the expedition. We are not finding any link boxes, so the rare fossils were really, really needed to supplement the weak offenses that both of these leaders have. Although Absol's is starting to scale pretty decently. Inferno seeing a golden seed on the ground, he recognizes that sprite and is going to go straight for it.
Yeah, he's going to be giving that to Absol, so it can now do at least a bit more damage.
Yeah, I think we probably will see Absol begin to one-shot enemies here. Gamer on the second to last floor of Foggy Forest. Inferno still does have quite a few floors to go. For some reason, out of the corner of my eye, I thought Gamer had a mobile scarf because he was walking on what appeared to be the wall, but actually he's just walking on lava because he's Entei. Does have an empty belly. He's looking for something to eat. He's just going to have to settle for the plain seed. That's all he has.
I think the ability to walk on lava has actually hurt him more than it's helped him because it keeps slowing him down whenever he goes near lava.
Yeah, it's dashing. Slowing him down, and on top of that, his Metang is following him and just taking damage. Onto his last plain seed. He's really hoping that this is the last room here.
Oh, that's unfortunate. I thought it was a dead end, but he's still in a pretty rough spot.
Inferno starting to regain the lost ground, mainly due to Gamer just being so low on belly that he's been walking slowly everywhere, because when you're low on belly, you cannot afford to make movement mistakes.
Well, he did make it through and is now in Steam Cave. It's ahead by about 5 floors right now, I believe.
Yep, it's about a 5-floor deficit on Inferno's side. Gamer finding that might be a link box. It could be an IQ booster. I can't really tell because of the filter that the rain is putting. He's not even... It looks like he's not going to check it. Okay.
Well, that is a link box. I think the IQ boosters are purple, but he's choosing not to get it.
He should have enough rare fossils to get himself through the ground fight, but I would like to see some link moves on the partner, at least. Gamer taking a full lap around the entire floor before he decides to go down the hallway that has the stairs in it.
Yeah, that's another one of the Applewoods layouts with all the rooms in the middle. Those are pretty distinctive and annoying.
Inferno on the last floor here of Foggy Forest. And you know, a lot of times you would be annoyed that the Metang decided to wake up a sleeping Aggron, but he did one round KO it, so it doesn't really matter. He just wanted to flex.
Also, the layouts for Steam Cave look very annoying, so we could easily see some lead changes here if some runners get unlucky. Or if one of the runners gets unlucky.
Yeah, all it takes is a couple bad floors in this randomizer to just completely starve your leader. And I think both of them are almost entirely out of food.
Oh, Inferno choosing not to get an apple there. I assume he has at least a couple of those in his bag.
Okay, Gamer does have a big apple. We don't know what Inferno has. Inferno, I don't know what his rare fossil count is, but it doesn't look to be good because he's choosing to fight the Polytoad. Yeah, and just by that inventory, I don't know when the last time he sorted was, but Sort will put throwables on either the first or second page, so it looks like he doesn't have any. He does get 5 from the shop. He picked up a one-room orb. He might choose to use that on some bad layouts here.
Now that this dungeon is gone, he'll probably have plenty of opportunities to use it. Both runners right now look like they're in pretty annoying layouts, although Gamer just passed that floor.
Yep, Gamer has a 2-floor lead right now, having a not terrible layout for his last floor here. There's a maximum of 6 rooms on this, so it can't possibly be too bad.
Well, he could end up running into a bunch of enemies in the big room.
Yeah, that is true, though. Find some more rare fossils, he's going to take those 100% of the time.
Gamer's now on Upper Steam Cave, the second half, with Inferno not far behind.
Yep, Inferno also entering Upper here.
It's shaping up to be a pretty good finish, it looks like.
And they're on the same floor again. This has been a neck-and-neck race the whole time, really. Ooh, Attack Order is a room range bug type move. That is super dangerous when your leader's a dark type.
But Inferno's now taking the lead. He's on 3F.
Gamer not too far behind at all. He enters the 3rd floor.
Yeah, I'm expecting quite a few lead changes as we get to the end between these two runners. Both runners entering 4 seconds ahead of each other, or seconds between each other. We're gonna be fighting hidden stairs, which will speed them up a bit.
Ooh, Inferno getting stalled from getting on the regular stairs because he got slept. This is no time to be sleeping, Absol. You're so close. Gamer now with a full 1-floor lead just because of that sleep. That's brutal.
Inferno not mashing through floor transitions might make all the difference here.
Yeah, it actually, most of the time, it shouldn't matter. But in this particular race, I think it could be the difference because there's, I believe, if I'm remembering correctly, there's 79 floors in this randomizer between all the dungeons. And not mashing A in your floor transitions will lose you about 1.5 minutes in 79 floors. And that could be all the difference that he needed.
Both runners on the last floor of the dungeon.
Inferno has
Gamer finds the stairs first.
fossils. Gamer finds the stairs. And he's really got to hope that this Groudon is not going to be a huge threat.
It's a Machamp, let's see.
Chooses the A attack twice in a row. Not what I would have chosen to do, but... Stab Focus Blast could be a real problem. Yeah, exactly. 50, he was on 53 HP and it did 53 damage. That is so unfortunate. That is ridiculously unfortunate.
That sucks for him. I think the Machamp was one rare fossil hit away as well.
Yep, the Machamp was definitely under 100 HP there. And Inferno running into Nightshade does 30 damage to him. That's another very dangerous move. Oh, it struggles the Metang, but he has revived, so the Machamp actually went down to its own struggle, and Inferno takes the win.
That was a great ending. We were unfortunate that Gamer died there.
That was just super unfortunate. Being on 53 HP and then taking exactly 53 damage from a same type attack bonus Focus Blast. That's ridiculous.
It was a great race, though. Lots of lead changes throughout.
Yep. All right, and we have Bren joining us here. What'd you think about the run?
I liked it. I liked Absol. Absol and Metang were good together.
Yeah, the Metang was super good, and the Absol definitely, it started to scale a little bit later, so it was definitely doing a lot more damage.
Yeah, when they got White Slash is when it started getting a lot better. It was had to rely on Stone Mist until that point.
Did you find 1 or 2 golden seeds?
I found 1.
Okay.
Yeah, I gave that one to Absol.
Yeah, that definitely helped as well.
Yeah. See, Gamer's running Entei.
Yeah, the Entei has been struggling to do damage, and he definitely had an issue with getting rare fossils early. You definitely had way more than him early on.
Yeah, I ran out of rare fossils in Foggy Forest. So it's like, I hope I find some, and then I found some, and then I didn't set them until the last floor of Steam Cave. Just so I wouldn't use them.
We're also joined by Gamer. Gamer, how'd you feel about the race? You took a very unfortunate death at the end there.
So I was under the impression that monster houses couldn't spawn, so that was a surprise to me.
Yeah, so
Yeah, I believe that's a bug. Yeah, I'm not sure what it is.
yeah, it wasn't
exactly.
like a monster house in the traditional sense, but it definitely had the amount of enemies that it should have been called a monster house.
I think it did say a monster house. I'm pretty sure I saw
It
it.
did say a monster house. Yeah.
It did? I didn't even see that.
Wow. Yeah, that's supposed to be disabled. But
If
Yeah,
I
that's really
wiped,
strange.
if I wiped to that floor after accidentally not buying the reviver seed to a hyper beam blissey, I would have never lived it down. So I'm glad I at least didn't die on that floor.
Yeah.
It would have been tragic.
But that Groudon death, I don't know if you saw that. You had 53 HP, and the Focus Blast did 53 damage.
Oh, I saw.
That
I
was
saw you
so
Focus Blast and I was
sad.
like, that's gonna kill me.
oh, you reached Groudon before I did?
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured
Yeah,
it was
you were
close.
both on the 7th floor at literally the same exact time.
Oh, wow.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
So
that
it
was an extremely
definitely,
close race from
I
start
think it
to
was
finish.
the closest race that we've had.
I have a question. Does Rivalry work on Entei? Because I feel like the Entei his damage was being cut in half randomly.
I think the Entei's treated. I think generalist Pokemon are treated as male for that kind of thing.
Okay, that would explain why it was. Sometimes it would do decent damage, and then half the time it'd do terrible damage. I figured it had to be something with the ability.
Yeah, that would explain it.
Yeah, I know about that, Frank. I forgot about it. I forget about it all the time. I remember to do it for one floor in this race and then kept forgetting about it afterwards.
Yeah, and we were really concerned there at the end because if you had if Gamer had been able to finish that Groudon, you literally would have lost the race to not pressing A on floor transitions.
Yeah, because it's obscure that actually does something, and it's just not something I think about a lot.
Yeah, it's a small thing that actually makes a big difference
Yeah,
throughout the entire run.
look at abilities here.
And both of you did end up picking the Metang, which I think was a super solid partner for both of you. It never really caused issues.
The Metang was good.
Yeah, Metane. I had the tier list open for this, so it's like, oh, Absol, that's really good. Metane, that's also really good. I knew that one before. Oh. I never noticed the snow cloak on the Absol.
Snowcloak is that increased defense in hail or is it increased evasion?
Evasion.
For some reason, I was under the impression that all evasion things were banned, but I must have been wrong because I got
Yeah.
Sandvale the other night.
Yeah, and yeah, I noticed the rough skin on the Metane because everybody was doing physical damage. Yeah. Oh yeah, I wanted to use the one room more, but forgot I had it. Actually, no, I didn't forget I had it. I did forget I had it. I'm gonna
Nice.
yeah. Okay.
All right. Well, it was a good game from both of y'all. Does anybody have anything left that they want to say?
I did have something that I was thinking about during the race that I wanted to say, but of course I have forgotten about it, so I guess not.
Yeah,
Okay.
like me mashing A in transitions is just something I never remember. I never remembered it while I was running gates either. And people were like, "Hey, it actually works in gates." I'm like, "Huh?" So.
All right. Well, as always, thank you to Sky Temple for creating the randomizer that we use for these races. Would not be possible for us to even play this game without them, at least not in this fashion. And thank you to SpeedGaming for hosting for us. We are incredibly thankful as a community. And if that's all that everybody has to say, I think we are good to go.
Alright, take care.
Alright. Yeah, I need to run and don't tell me to mash A in transitions.